Every 20 seconds a child dies because they lack access to clean water and sanitation. So it's just a staggering problem. And these deaths are completely unnecessary. These are things we solved in the West 100 years ago. Imagine if we cured AIDS or cancer tomorrow, and in 100 years, 2 million little kids were dying of those diseases every single day, every single year. It's just unconscionable.
And I don't know, Matt, I can ask you this question. I don't know whether it's a stupid question, but people talk about water shortages. Is there enough water to go round? There you are. That's my idiot question.
That's not an idiot question. It's a question a lot of people ask because you hear so much about water scarcity. But the reality is it would take less than 1% of the potable water to get 40 to 50 liters a day to the 780 million people who currently do not have access to safe water. Or if you look at agriculture, if we could save 2% of the water, make it 2% more efficient, that would cover these 780 million people who lack access. So it's not that it's not a resource war in that sense. It's the poor are coming to the table with a straw. It's quite a different amount of water that they're asking for. But it's certainly an amount that should be available to them and would have a drastic impact on their lives if they were able to access it.
And Gary, where you've talked about some of the success you've had so far, how do you want to see water.org develop over the next, timescales, 5 years, 10 years? Are there measurable goals that you want to achieve?
Well, we believe that we can reach about 100 million people between now and 2020 with the water credit model and different permutations on that, including global advocacy to take the model to other people so that they can execute programs in the same vein. And the other thing we really want to do with this is that capital constraint that Matt was talking about. Our partners have to pay about 15% interest to source this capital. And so what we've said, we know that the impact investors, the social capital markets in the US and in Europe even, will take a much lower return on their investment if they know they can have social impact. So we've launched an investment fund, and Matt actually, and some good friends of ours, Michael and Sochi Birch, who are leaders in the Silicon Valley tech community, have put in the first $3 million in commitments to that fund so that we can then make those loans.
All right. And Matt, let me just come back to you, which is a kind of question, I've met Bill Gates and you hear about and him talking about the responsibility that you have as a billionaire to put something back into society. I'm not suggesting you're a billionaire, but you're a wealthy man. I mean, do you feel that as a film star, having a very public platform, that you too have a responsibility to put something back?
I think that's something that probably every person watching this broadcast wrestles with in their own way. I think it's kind of a personal question, and I feel that most people try to do whatever they can within their sphere of influence to affect some positive change. And I wound up with kind of a bigger megaphone than most people get, and so I think it is incumbent on me to use it. But again, it's a personal choice, and you see people kind of use their influence in all different ways. But I was raised to believe and do believe that if I'm in a position to make somebody else's lot in life better, I should do that.